So I'm Eva Clark. I'm the facilitator of the Center for Self-Help. And I'm a local practitioner. I'm a medical hypnotherapist. And we've been doing a series called Creating Health for the last 2 years. And each month we've invited different practitioners to share the different aspects and areas to work on when you have an autoimmune disorder, and especially when you have MS. So after 2 years, I don't know about you guys, but I've gained a lot of understanding and knowledge of what is going on and the areas to address. And so I thought today we could start off season 2 with an understanding of the factors and the areas to work on when you've been diagnosed. Because I want to get maybe a show of hands here. The day you were diagnosed, did your doctor say, oh, these are all the things that you can do for yourself to help your body recover?
No.
No. Not
right? Or was it more like you're going to have to get used to this and there's nothing that you can do? Or maybe there's a therapy that might come out in 6 months that might be kind of thing, right? One of the things in the work I do is I'm always studying how our mental aspects, how our emotions affect disease. And one aspect that has been researched over and over again is feeling helpless is very detrimental to your health. It really sets things off because your body is also receiving that. It's receiving an alarm from the control system that there is a helpless situation. Right? So let's turn that around and, as you said, give you guys some pointers, some areas, a path to get onto. So the first thing, and a lot of people will begin when they want to take their own responsibility and their own disease in their hands, they want to take control, is they'll begin with nutrition, right? And so a very important aspect is to bring in more nourishment. A lot of us are, using the SAD diet, standard American diet. We eat whatever we can, when we can, in the car, on our way out, etc. And so one area to really consider is foods, bringing in supplements. A second area, ignore this. A second area is toxins, right? We want to bring nourishment in and we want to take the toxins out. Because of our SAD diets, there's a lot of chemicals that we might have brought into the body, so the body's already being overloaded. You want to remove anything that might be taxing the body. Yeah?
And sugar is a big one.
Yeah.
They also, the diet I was looking at was recommending not eating gluten.
Exactly,
Right.
not eating some glutens, because if your body becomes more inflamed with gluten, and what is MS, an inflammatory disease, then I always say, imagine it's like you're removing the weapons from the Jedis. I call MS the Jedis. It's a very, very small percentage of your immune system that is working really hard for something that you don't understand why, and they're fighting the whole galaxy, right? Well, you don't want to give them more tools while you're figuring out why are they fighting the system. And so giving them foods that create inflammation is like giving them more tools.
I thought the Jedis were good. What?
Well, they're trying to protect your system.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but this is why. So this is the turnaround, will be to consider possibly MS might be your body trying to achieve something for you and not an error of the system. Give you guys that as another bumper sticker. So some of the things that people can do to remove toxins is if you've been tested that you have excessive mercury, one of the things would be to remove fillings, right? Detoxing, going organic, using more natural cleaning products, again, to keep from absorbing all that. Doing parasite treatments. There's actually sometimes I get emails from people who've discovered, the Healing Multiple Sclerosis webpage, and they're like, oh my gosh, you need to share this with all of your, all the followers. There's this whole thing about removing parasites. Yeah, and I always say, great. And what else are you doing, right? But it is one of the good things. You want to remove anything that shouldn't be there. And can do that.
And the amalgams you have to be careful of removing.
Exactly. So there is, you test. You test it. I have a lot of fillings. I asked my doctor, I asked my dentist, and she said, no problem, let's test and see if you actually have an issue. If you don't, let's not touch them. Because you're just going to release the mercury into the body, and if your fillings are leaking, don't do it. Another area to focus on that many of you might have heard about is the gut health. Right? Because think about this, 80% of your immune system is in your gut. Would having a healthy gut maybe influence the immune system? So again, this Palmer talked to us about this, right? Healing the leaky gut, healing the inflammation, making sure that the lining of the gut is not inflamed and opened and actually allowing much more toxicity to go into the body than what it needs to be. Right? So things that could help with the gut, what would be some examples?
Probiotics.
Yeah, probiotics, prebiotics, candida, again, the parasite treatment, and removing those foods that are inflammatory. Another area, sleep. Why would sleep be important?
So when you heal.
Have anybody, have you heard parasympathetic, sympathetic? What is the difference between the two?
Sympathetic is active, parasympathetic is when our bodies have a chance to heal and replenish.
Something, if you want your body to do what it's naturally programmed to do, which is to always return to health, if you've got a to-do list that's 4 pages long, if you wake up super early and you're doing stuff and even when you're tired, you just take something and then keep going, and then you fall asleep and only sleep 5 hours a day, how much time are you in parasympathetic? How much time are you giving your body to heal, to repair, to replace? So sleep quality is actually a very important aspect. And that terrible word called rest, called relaxation, is actually when your body can say, okay, she or he is giving me space, I can start restoring now. And so to help heal and turn things around, you need to give your body that time. Another area is the midday nap. A lot of people talk to me about, the Mediterranean diet, we should all be eating the Mediterranean diet. I'm from Spain originally, and I can tell you the Mediterranean diet is not just the food. In Mediterranean countries, we eat and then we take a siesta. My grandfather had a siesta every day of his life until he was 98. I have a siesta every day. I go home for lunch, I eat lunch, I knock myself out for 15 minutes. And then I wake up and I'm like, all right, let's go. Because the body has these rhythms in the day. You know that 3 p.m. when you're just like, I need a coffee.
Really need to nap.
In Spain, we don't drink that coffee necessarily to boost that. You take a nap. The body's telling you, I need some parasympathetic right now. I've had quite a few hours of activity. I need to check things out.
And then you get to digest the food you just ate.
And you get to digest the food you just ate. Exactly. Who here has had their mom say when they were kids, don't get into the swimming pool until half an hour after eating?
Yes.
Why? Because the body needs to go into parasympathetic. All the energy needs to focus here so that you can digest properly. I have clients that I do a lot of stuff with gut issues. Oh, but I eat every day. Yeah, but you eat, and then how many minutes between finishing that last bite and running out of the house? 2, 5. The gut needs time to digest. So all of these are what would be called the biological factors, the physical. What physical aspects help the body, right? Nourish in, toxins out, get that gut healthy because so much of the immune system is there, and improve those qualities of sleep and rest. But there's more.